Hey guys, thanks for checking in with us tonight at Aggressive Acres. We have a lot of commotion going on outside between the grass getting cut and dogs running around. But I wanted to do a quick video and fill you in on what's going on with our broody hens. So we have our broody hen Annie, who's a buff Orpington, and she's on day 18 of her hatching cycle, day 18 out of 21 days. So if you've researched broody hens or incubating eggs in the past, you've probably heard the term lockdown. Lockdown begins on day 18, which is today. So what's happening? What is lockdown? What does that mean? Lockdown is when you're not supposed to touch the eggs at all. Basically, on day 18, you become hands-off of the eggs. If you've been rotating them in the incubator, you stop rotating them. You don't touch them at all. You leave the incubator closed. If the hen's sitting on the eggs, you're not going to move them around, and you're going to let her be as much as you can. I know it's really hard because you want to see what's going on under there. So lockdown, what's actually happening inside the egg is that the chick is in the final stages of preparing to hatch. So it's absorbing the egg yolk, which is going to keep it fed for a few days after it hatches, and that's what allows baby chicks to be shipped in the mail. That's a very loud lawnmower. The egg yolk is what allows baby chicks to be shipped in the mail for a few days without needing to eat, without needing food. And what's also happening, the important part why you cannot move the egg, is that the chick is actually positioning itself in the egg, getting ready to hatch. And it's turning and maneuvering itself so that its head is in the blunt portion of the egg, not the pointy end, but the more rounded end of the egg. That is where the air sac is. So that is what's happening during lockdown, why it's important to not touch the eggs, let them be, and our hens in that. So we're really excited. She could hatch maybe as early as day 20, which would be Wednesday. Definitely on Thursday, we're expecting to see some baby chicks, so we're pretty excited. I'm going to give you a peek of what's going on inside the nest box, and let's go. Inside the nest box now, this is Annie, our sweet puffy hen who's very broody. I'll give you a little peek at the eggs underneath her. She's sitting on 8 eggs, as you remember. It was originally 9. But one got broken, and she doesn't like me moving her because she wants them to keep still, and I agree, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, ma'am. So I did candle her eggs yesterday. I brought them all inside, and I candled them real quick. And I watched a lot of videos on candling and read a lot about it, but obviously I'm still very new since this is our first broody hen. So there was 2 that I thought looked like they were what's called quitters, where they started to develop, they were fertilized, but then the development kind of stopped or stalled for whatever reason. So those 2 eggs I did mark with kind of an extra circle around them so I could keep them, keep an eye on those ones. But she had 6 eggs that looked amazing. I could barely really see anything inside of them because they were so full with the chick, which is exactly what you want to see on day 17. So now I'm letting her be, letting her do her thing, letting her hatch. I'm going to try really hard not to come out here and bother her. I probably will check under her once a day, because some other chicks do tend to lay eggs, usually at least one or 2 in the box with her, so I'll take those out, of course, but I'm gonna let her be as much as I can and just let her hatch those eggs. Next door, 2 boxes over, I did move this one because when they get up sometimes, because I want a little separation between them. But we have Cleopatra, or Cleo as we've been calling her. She's a black copper maran hen. And she's sitting on 4 eggs. She's on day 12, so she's just 6 days behind the other chicken. So if you notice her back, she's very bare, and I am keeping an eye on her because it's really hard to see. She had a rooster injury that happened. Where is that rooster? He's not around. That happened. There goes the lawnmower. Oh my word! That happened about 2 days before she went broody. The rooster, either his spur, which is pretty small, or likely his claw. Hi, ma'am. You don't like me having this nest box open, do you? You're watching around. I'm sorry, ma'am. His spur, or probably his claw. Oh, there he is right there. He's keeping an eye. It actually ripped through her skin all the way down to her flesh. So when she went broody, that was one of the reasons why I only gave her a few eggs, is because I felt like she needed to spend her time and energy resting. I wanted her to do a broody thing, but I also don't want her to become weak because she's not eating as much, she's not up as much. So I'm definitely get away, Nora. I'm definitely keeping an eye on her. And it looks like what was a scab has peeled up a little bit. So I'm gonna get her some ointment tomorrow and just keep an eye on her even more. I actually considered having them swap eggs so that she'd be hatching the eggs that are ready to hatch earlier, so she wouldn't be broody. But now that we're into lockdown, I don't want to mess up anyone's broody cycle, so I'm letting them be. And I also wanted to mention that I've decided to let them just hatch in the nest box. I did make a video a few days ago of me trying to move them, and it was an absolute disaster. Maybe I'll post a video at some point. It's pretty hilarious because they did not like it. This one got moved to the silky coop. She absolutely freaked out, didn't know what to do. She was trying to get back over the fence. This one was not happy, rolling her eggs all around in every which way, would not sit on them. So after a little bit, I was like, you know what, this is too much. Chickens have hatched eggs for thousands of years in a natural way. I'm gonna let them do their thing and let them be. So that is what I'm trying to do, despite my extreme excitement. So we're gonna let them go to sleep now. We're gonna put the rest of the animals up. But we're excited, and thank you for checking in, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on. We appreciate you following along. Hope you have a good night.